The doctor will see you now.
Welcome once again to the Biscuit Tin. It's me, Xander, the Jammin Doctor. This is your Friday night live from the Biscuit Tin. Thank you so much for giving up your time to be with me once again. We've got a tremendous show, even if I do say so myself. We have got some of the best requests that you've ever put in for the show. I think tonight is non-stop brilliant songs. The show's always what you make of it, and tonight you have made it a good one. I'm pretty confident about that. We've also got the thrilling conclusion to the semi-finals of the World Cup of Music. We've got some great songs, 3 brilliant songs from on this day in pop music history, and we also have a brilliant Love to Hate featuring our very special guest this week, John Heaney, giving up his Love to Hate. So we've got a really good fun show for you this evening. Before I do that, just 1 second, because I'm hearing a little bit of reverb, so I'm just going to mute something on here. There we go, sorry about that. Little bit of housekeeping before I do my first song. I have said this on the Facebook page, and I mentioned it last week, that Facebook is changing its policy on live streams. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. There seems to be some varying opinions on how this is going to affect things, but the bottom line is it's probably going to be better for people to watch this on YouTube going forward. Logistically, it also makes it slightly easier for me if everyone's watching it in the same place. So if you are watching on Facebook and you watch it on Facebook regularly, please go to YouTube. The easiest way to do it, I gave the web address last week, but probably the easiest thing to do, just go to YouTube and search The Jammin Doctor. I am the only one. I am the only Jammin Doctor in the world. Or Xander Simpson. There aren't too many Xander Simpsons either. Just look for the Jammy Dodger logo with my face on it. Click on that. And hit the subscribe button. That means you'll get notifications. If you've got the YouTube app, you'll get notifications anytime we go live. If you've got a YouTube account, you can comment on there just the same way as you comment on Facebook. And the YouTube account will be the same as your Google account. They're owned by the same people, so it's the same thing. So just log in there or register. Dead easy to do. Sorry for all the boring stuff right at the start, but it is going to help us going forward. So try to get yourselves onto YouTube if possible, guys. Okay. Enough waffling from me. As I say, hopefully going to have a really good show with some great songs. None more so than this one I'm going to start with. Congratulations, everyone. You'll notice I'm not on the beer tonight, largely because I am actually recording this on Friday morning, because we as a family are going on a little holiday to Piper Dam, where I'm reliably informed that it is no Wi-Fi, so I wasn't able to stream it from there as I had initially planned. So instead I'm recording it, and big sis Mel, my sister from allegedly the same mister, is hopefully going to be playing this for you. If she hasn't, then you're not seeing this, so I'm talking to myself. So I've got my Jammin Doctor mug with some nice water in it, because apparently drinking and then driving up to Piper Dam is somewhat frowned upon. So first song, as I was saying, has been a request, a very special request from a very young man who watched a bit of the show last week. He was staying up late, it was past his bedtime, but he did watch a little bit of the show and wanted a request for Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Now, I'm going to do a bit more Meatloaf later, as we discussed in the comments through the week on Facebook. We've got a bit of a trivia. What would Meatloaf not do for love? He would do anything for love. But what wouldn't he do for love? I've got the answer. I've actually got the real answer, and I've got a few of your funny answers as well. But Bryan has requested Bat Out of Hell, so I thought I'll do this early because this will be past his bedtime, so I can watch this and then get to your bed, Bryan. But he's a lovely young guy. He's only, I think, 10 or 11, and he loves loads of old music, which is pretty cool because I was like that myself when I was his age. He loves a bit of Meatloaf, so I'm not going to do the full thing because the whole thing lasts for about 25 minutes or something, so I'm just going to do a little bit of Bat Out of Hell for Bryan, and then we'll go on with your pop quiz, guys. Oh, where have I put it? Over here. I was trying to be organised this week and printing out the chords so that I didn't have to go messing around. So here we go. So this one is for my wee pal Bryan. There, can't see. Didn't think that's through, did I? There we go, that's better. Sirens are screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with a gun in his eye and a blade shining no
so bright. There's evil in the air and thunder in the sky and a killer on the bloodshot streets. Down in the gutter where the deadly rise, I know I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starving to from the heat. And baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. We gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know, we'll both be so alone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. I'm gonna hit the highway like a battering ram on a silver black phantom bike. When the pedal is high and the engine's hungry and we're all about to see some light. Nothing ever grows in this rotten old hole and everything is stunning and lost. And nothing really rocks and nothing really rolls and nothing's ever worth the cost. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. Then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you. Like a bat out of hell, 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 like a bat out of hell. So, thank you very much. That was a great wee request from my wee pal Bryan. Thanks, Bryan. He was over at the house the other day and I was doing it on the piano just in case he didn't manage to stay up late enough to watch this. And I did kind of a bit of an abridged version like that because, as I say, that song's pretty long. And the first thing he said when I finished, he went, not bad. You missed a big bit out in the middle. I was like, I thought I was getting away with that. He's like, no, the big motorbike bit, you missed the whole motorbike bit. So sorry, Bryan, I cut out the motorbike bit again. But it was just so that we didn't subject people to... I think you can overdose on meatloaf, and I don't just mean the actual food. I think you can overdose on meatloaf, so there you go. Okay, guys, so we have been running the pop quiz this week. You've been contributing wonderfully on the comment section on Facebook. Thanks so much for doing that when the show can't be live. Still keeping the show going by commenting on the Facebook page. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take our first visit this week to Pop Quiz Hot Shots. No Googling.
Pop quiz hot shot. No Googling. Pop quiz.
Okay, so our pop quiz this week I think was a pretty fun one. It was all about TV theme tunes. So what we were looking for was, and you have to listen carefully, there's a strict criteria. I'm a tough taskmaster, as you all know. We were looking for the top charting, so that is the highest chart position, TV themes. And we're talking about UK singles charts. Now, the criteria was it had to be used as a theme tune on the TV show before it was a hit single in the chart. So you weren't allowed something that had been a big hit and then somebody just decided to use it as their TV theme. It had to be on the TV theme first, and then a hit single after that. And we weren't looking for biggest selling necessarily, we were looking for highest charting, so the number they got to in the charts. So I will give a slight spoiler by saying all these songs made the top 3 in the charts. A few number 1s, few number 2s, and I think just one number 3 on this list. So every song here was a big charting single. They were all used in TV themes, and we have got some cracking songs in here, and we've got some cracking answers. A lot of them wrong, but this generated some interesting debate on the page this week. So that's your quiz. Have a think about it. If you didn't get a chance to play along during the week, please do put your answers in the comment section. I always say, even when we're not live, please do keep the comment section going. I like to think we've got our biscuiteers are like a little community here, so please do comment, chat away, give a bit of banter. I think there are some people, I don't know who's watching tonight, obviously, because I'm not doing it live, but I'm sure that our regulars will be watching, and there's some pretty interesting answers from some of our regular watchers that we'll get to in a minute. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is, I thought what I would do, just to whet your appetite just a little bit, is I'm going to do a little bit of some TV themes. So play along, guys. I'm going to do some themes here. I'm going to do 3 little ones, and we'll see who knows what these were the theme for. They're all quite easy. The first, they get incrementally more difficult, but the first 2 are really quite easy, and the third one, actually I'm going to do 4, I forgot, I'm going to do 4 in total. I'll just do a little bit of these, I won't do the whole things, but let's see what you get here, alright? So play along in the comments section. Some of these are in the quiz answers, some of them aren't, so I won't say which one's which, I'm not giving that away quite yet, but let's see who gets this, alright? This is the easiest one. If you don't get this, you should be ashamed, because the name's actually in the song. See how quickly you can get it though, alright? Let's see who's first in. You ready? People poised, ready to type their answer from the first word to this, alright? Because it goes like this. Goodbye grey sky, hello blue. Nothing can hold you when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. Someone must have it already, come on. Rocking and rolling all day long. These days are ours, happy and free, oh happy day. These days are ours, share them with me, oh happy Sunday, Monday, happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy day. Thursday, Friday, happy day. Saturday, what a day, grooving I'll be with you. These days are ours, happy and free, oh happy day. These days are ours, share them with me, oh happy. My grey sky, hello blue. Nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all day long. These days are ours, happy and free, oh happy day. These days are ours, share them with me, oh happy day. There you go. If you haven't got it by now, there's something wrong with you, because the word happy days features quite prominently in that song. So that is, of course, happy days. It'll be interesting to see who was first in the comment section. Random non-pop trivia. Do you know that Mork and Mindy with Robin Williams were a spin-off of Happy Days? They had an episode where Mork came to visit Happy Days. And another interesting, you know the expression jump the shark, when something, like this show probably has, when something's just gone on too long and they've wasted it and it's no good anymore. That expression comes from Happy Days, because there was an episode where the Fonz had to jet ski over a shark. And people thought, man, you've lost it. They've lost the plot with this show, and that's where the expression jump the shark comes from, as I say, which this very show probably has. Anywho, alright, so this next one, let's see who can get first in with this one, alright? I think people will get this in the comments even before I start playing it if I say this. This is probably the greatest TV theme of all time, so let's see if you can get in here, alright guys? You ready for this? Today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your
everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. What about that? That brings the memories back. People of a certain age, people of my age and maybe a little bit older will of course love that one. Loved Cheers. Great TV show and a brilliant theme tune. So there we go. So who was first time in that? Now this one's a little bit trickier, and again you probably have to be of a certain age to remember this one. But this is a great song, and it's a bit dreary actually as a song for a television show. But the reasons for that will become apparent when we realise what it is. Let's see who's first in for this one. Alright, this is a great song. Through early morning fog I see vision of the things to be, the pains that are withheld for me, and realizing I can see that suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. The game of life is hard to play. I'm gonna lose it anyway. The losing card I sometimes lay. So this is all I have to say. That suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. A brave man once requested me to answer questions that I keep. Is it to be or not to be? And I replied, well, why ask me? That suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. There you go. Who got that? I'm sure someone in the comments section's got that one. So it sounds quite a dreary song actually, doesn't it? But it's from a sitcom, would you believe? No, Suicide is Painless, the theme from a sitcom. The sitcom didn't actually use the lyrics. It just used the theme tune. It just used the melody, and I think it was played in like a flute or an oboe or something. It was really sweet. It was like boo doo boo boo doo boo 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 doo 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 doo, and it takes on a bit of poignancy when you realise that the sitcom was MASH. Of course, set during, I think, the Vietnam War, or was it the Korean War? But it was set during the war anyway. So there you go, some brilliant TV themes. And I'm just going to do one more, because this one is actually just one of my favourite songs. And I thought, oh, we might get away with throwing this in at this section. So one more TV theme, and then I'll get some of your quiz answers in, alright? So let's see, I'm sure lots of people will get this one from quite early on. I'm going to put some drums on for this one, because this is a great show. Not a million years ago, not as old as some of the others. Still probably 20 years old, but maybe not quite as old as some of the others, alright? So let's see who gets this one. Myself into a soul asylum, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. Why do you say you can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway? I'm half the a hole and I live in it, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, I'm still scratching around in that same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. What do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. We're half the world away, half the world away, half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel down. No, I don't feel down. No, I don't feel down. I don't feel down. I don't feel down. I don't feel down. Half the world away. There we go. Did you get that one, guys? I'm sure you did. That was, of course, the Royal Family. The Royal Family, I think, is a chronically underrated show. It is just tremendous. We watched it, actually, when Robin was in hospital, we were looking for box sets to watch and things, and we ended up watching pretty much all of the Royal Family from start to finish, and it is just outstanding. If you're a sleeper on the Royal Family, check it out, because it is so good. Anywho, I should probably read some of your quiz answers, see how you guys got on with the quiz during the week, alright? So let's have a little look here. We had first in with some quiz answers was Elizabeth Penman with Remember You're a Womble. And then she's put by the Wombles, in case there was any doubt about who that was by. You know, in case I was saying, but is that Remember You're a Womble by Fleetwood Mac? By the Rolling Stones? No, by the Wombles. It's a wrong answer. Sorry, Elizabeth. David Benzie, Dukes of Hazzard? No. Good thought. Again, David Benzie, the Beverly Hillbillies. I couldn't even tell you what the theme tune is for that, but no, it's not there. I think some people were just putting down theme tunes that they really liked, but it actually had to be a hit single, because I will give a bit of a spoiler. Some of them in this top 10 are rotten. However, David Benzie, Miami Vice, no, not there. I did give some hints. I said, remember there's kids' TV themes on here. And after I said, remember there's kids' TV themes on, the next answer was Kenny Skeen saying Taggart. Oh, there's been a murder. Not quite sure that counts as a kids' TV show. I wouldn't be one I'd watch with my kids. Anyway, Dave Broderick, Hi-Ho Silver. You're showing your age, Dave. He says, the theme to Boone. I mean, I thought I was going back a bit doing the Cheers theme. Do you know, that was or even MASH. You know, I thought, oh, they're quite old. No, Dave Broderick has blown that out of the water with the theme to Boone. Ask Your Parents, Jim Silver. Anyway, it's wrong. Elizabeth Fairman says Lynn Hamilton, On the Inside. Theme from Cell Block H. No. So none of those are right. We'll do a few more. I'll save some more of these because you've not quite excelled yourselves yet, guys, but don't worry, there's plenty of time. Ben Heaney, The Young Ones. No, it was a big hit single, but it was a hit single before it was using the theme to The Young Ones, so not having that. David Benzie, this is a good answer. Crocodile Shoes by Jimmy Nail. Crocodile Shoes was a big hit and was a TV theme, but didn't quite make our list. I think it got to number 4 in the chart, so that's a great effort. You've hit the post with that one, David, but it's not quite there. Narelle Burns, now this is a fabulous answer on 2 counts. One, that it's correct, but another count that she's used a bit of savvy here, I think, because this was an answer to a quiz we had a few weeks back about one-hit wonders, because there's a bit of overlap here. And she's come in with Eye Level by the Simon Park Orchestra. So those of you who watched our One Hit Wonder show will remember that was one of the top selling One Hit Wonders of all time. And it's also on our list because, believe it or not, that was a number 1 hit single back in, I think, the late 60s, early 70s for the Simon Park Orchestra, and it was the theme tune to Valdervolk, which is a new one on me, I have to say.
I had never heard of that one, but nevertheless, it is a correct answer. So well done, Narelle. So we're off and running with Eye Level by the Simon Park Orchestra from Narelle Burns. I'll save, we've got a few more right answers there, but I will save a few of those for later because I'm going to do another song now. So this is another one that we had a wee request for from John Heaney, who you will hear more from later because he's doing Love to Hate this week. But this is what I mean about the great songs that have been requested this week, because this one is a belter. This is by Procol Harum, for those of you old enough to remember the 60s. This is a great song called Whiter Shade of Pale. It goes like this. Skip the light fandango, some cartwheels cross the floor. I was feeling kinda seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray, and so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just goes sleep, turned a whiter shade of pale. He said there is no reason, but the truth is plain to see. As I wandered through her playing cards, would not let her be one of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well have been closed. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that our face at first just goes sleep, turned a whiter shade of pale, whiter shade of pale. There you go. Wee bit of Procol Harum. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Big band in the 60s. That was their big hit based on... I can't remember what the classical piece is actually. I think it might be... what's it called now? Pack Bell's Canon? Is that it where it goes? Wee bit of culture on the show for you, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. No, sit down, stop clapping. Honestly, it's fine. So there you go. That's for John Heaney. Wee bit of Procol Harum. Great request. Like I say, got some belting songs this week. Okay, so I'm going to look. Where are we now? So we'll do another couple of quiz answers, just to keep you on tender hooks, because we've only got one correct one so far. So we'll go with another correct one. Came in Barry McMillan. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll give Barry a little plug. Barry has got a Facebook page called, I can't remember exactly what it's called, sorry, but it's he does polls similar to the poll that we've done for the World Cup of Music, but he does different songs and he does different track listings. So, you know, the first track in an album, the second track, etc., going through songs from different decades, and you can vote on there. So I'll post the link out on the Facebook page and you can have a look at that. It's really good fun. And anyway, Barry's a top quizzer, and he's just written, I could be... Now, you have to sing this if you're going to... You can't just say it. You've got to go, I could be so good for you. And then his next message is, love me like you wanted to. So, you know, I think Barry's a bit of a Minder fan. So, Dennis Waterman, with I Could Be So Good For You, got to number 3 in, I think, 1980, and that sneaks in at number 10 on our list. So, well done, Barry. We've got another right answer. It always reminds me of that Little Britain thing. Right, the theme tune. Sing the theme tune. For anyone who is familiar with that. So, there we go. Barry McMillan, then, after giving a great answer, he's now shot himself in the foot ridiculously. Crockett's theme could be involved. I have no idea what that is. And didn't Oxide and Neutrini use the Casualty theme tune? I have no idea, but it's not on our list. So, no luck. Heather Leachin with another right answer. Of course, this one's there as well. I sang it in the show a few weeks ago. I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. Yes, got to number 2 for the Rembrandts. The theme, of course, to Friends. You're getting no points for that. Cheryl Goldie has suggested the song that I just sang not so long ago, Half the World Away, which of course is in the Royal Family. No, it did chart, and it hadn't been a hit single prior to that, so it meets the criteria, but just didn't chart high enough, didn't make the top 3. So well done to all involved so far. So we've got, I think, just the 3. We've got the Rembrandts, the Eye Level by the Simon Park Orchestra, and I Could Be So Good For You by Dennis Waterman. Always reminds me, I remember seeing an old clip years ago of Dennis Waterman singing that on the Basil Brush show. I wasn't around at the time, but I've seen a clip, and it's brilliant because the Basil Brush puppet, after he sings, it goes, wow, Dennis, I didn't know you couldn't sing. It's one of my favourite lines anyway. Anywho, okay, so we're bashing on with the quiz. What else have we got tonight? Let me consult my notes. So why don't we do one more song, and then we'll do the very thrilling results of the World Cup of Music. So, in fact, why don't we do the results first? The reason will become apparent in just a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is fever pitch, as we reach the semi-finals of the World Cup of Music. Okay, so the World Cup of Music, for those of you who haven't been playing along, what have you been doing with your life? You've ruined your life. You should be playing along with the World Cup of Music. What have you done? So, the World Cup of Music has been running for several weeks now. We started off, believe it or not, with 32 nations. With 32 acts representing those 32 nations in a knockout format. I put the vote to you guys on Facebook to decide who would progress. Each country was only allowed one representative, and we are now down to the semi-finals. My goodness! I know, you're excited. So, first up we had the home nation, who have had, I think it's fair to say, a bit of home field advantage in this competition, because they've knocked out some big names, notably Elvis Presley, of all people. The Proclaimers, representing Scotland, knocked out Elvis Presley, representing the USA. Coming into this one, they were up against what actually proved to be a bit sterner competition. So this was Bob Marley, who proved to be very popular, getting to the semi-final. Great performance for Jamaica. But what was the score when Scotland played Jamaica? Well, here we go. As I say, I think the hometown crowd playing a factor as well, but 66%, so 2/3 of you voting for the Proclaimers versus Bob Marley. So who would ever have dreamed it? But the Proclaimers into the World Cup final representing Scotland, and who are they going to play there? Well, let's just have a look and see, because this was the real tense tie of the round. It was the Beatles representing England versus Tom Jones representing Wales. But who progressed? Well, let's have a look. Unbelievable, Jeff. It was 50-50. Believe it or not, this poll ran for nearly 2 weeks, and it was 50-50. We had 17 votes each. So I reposted it and said, if you haven't voted, this is your chance. Your vote could make the difference. Let us know who you want to vote for, and we'll see, as a sort of extra time type thing. So I did that, and after I did that, we got 6 extra votes, which was great. 3 for the Beatles, 3 for Tom Jones. So it really didn't help us any. So unbelievably, even after going to extra time, we still had a draw. So there was only one way to settle it. I decided penalty shootout. I thought we'll get the top 5 Beatles songs, the top 5 Tom Jones songs. We'll do it as a penalty shootout. The songs, I didn't want to influence it. I didn't want to be biased, so I picked. I looked online for polls that had been done. So the NME readers had done a poll of Beatles songs. Smooth Radio had done a poll for Tom Jones songs, and I just ranked them and put it to you guys. And that was quite exciting as well. But in the end, you can see here, Hey Jude just narrowly beating Delilah. Just by one vote there, it turned out to 52% to 48%. Hey Jude beats Delilah. Bit of a surprising one for me yesterday, quite convincingly beaten by It's Not Unusual. So there you go. So that was 1 each in the penalty shootout. Let It Be, quite convincing victory against the Green Grass of Home with just over 2/3 of the vote. And then another tight one. This was another one that was touch and go all the way. Eleanor Rigby just beating She's a Lady. And then the final one, All You Need Is Love, beat Kiss quite convincingly. So you can see there, if there'd been a couple of votes the other way for Delilah and a couple of votes the other way for She's a Lady, then it would have gone the other way. But as it turns out, the Beatles won the penalty shootout. So ladies and gentlemen, how exciting. The World Cup final is going to be contested between England and Scotland. It's a battle of Britain. It's going to be the Beatles versus the Proclaimers, and we'll do that in a couple of weeks' time. We'll put the vote on once this show's done. You've got a couple of weeks to vote on it, and then we'll do a special show where we'll do lots of songs from both those acts, and we can finally crown the winner. And do you know what the winner gets? It's so exciting. The winner gets nothing at all, but you will have had the satisfaction of being on the winning team and voting for your favourite. So I think that'll be a tense one. I think the Beatles, obviously a much more popular band than the Proclaimers worldwide, but most of our viewers are Scottish or are based in Scotland, so that home field advantage I think will play a big part. I think it'll be a really tense final, so that'll be a good bit of fun. So that leads me on to the next song that I was going to do. I thought, I actually had a request for Tom Jones anyway, so I thought I'll do a song by Tom Jones and then I'll do a Beatles song, and then we had a request for a Proclaimer song as well, so we're kind of covering all the bases there. So, I had a request just for anything by Tom Jones. This was for, let me find it now, Christine Deacon. Just said anything by Tom Jones. So I had to think about it. I would try to do one that I've not done on the show before. So this song was written by Lonnie Donegan, believe it or not. And this is called Never Gonna Fall in Love Again. In love so many times. Just making sure the key's alright. Here we go. I've been in love so many times, thought I knew the score, but you treated me so wrong, I can't take anymore. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. Fall in love. I'm never gonna fall in love. Fall in love again. All those things I heard about you, I thought that they were just lies. But when I caught you in his arms, I nearly broke down and cried. And it looks
slide. I'm never gonna fall in love again. Fall in love. No, I'm never gonna fall in love. I mean it, fall in love again. There you go. Wee bit of Tam. Wee bit of Tam Jones there. So, like I say, Tom, a valiant effort. I think we can... I was going to do a third place playoff, but I think it was so close between Tom Jones and the Beatles that I kind of thought, you know what, he's got to take that. So Tom Jones is getting an honorary bronze medal in this competition, which again, you get absolutely nothing for, but still a great effort by Tom Jones. I can't believe how tight that was, because, you know, you think the Beatles, this huge band from... well, not just from the 60s, but, you know, just loved by people generation after generation. Tom Jones maybe just a little bit more of the older generation, I would say, but no, everybody voting quite convincingly for Tom there as well, so very, very tight. But I thought I better do a Beatles song since they are in the final, and then we'll do a Proclaimers one as well. So I was trying to think of a good Beatles one to do. There's lots of great Beatles songs, but this is one I've never done in the show, and I thought I'll do something a wee bit up-tempo for you guys. So we're going back to kind of early-ish Beatles with this. Alright, let's see how this goes. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend I am kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I will all my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, woo, all my loving I will send to you. There you go, wee bit of the Beatles. So that's a good fun one. So the Beatles, as I say, made the final. Maybe not that surprising that the Beatles are there, but what might be a bit more surprising is that the Proclaimers also made it there. So as I say, home field advantage and all that. So we had a request. Let me remind myself who requested this song. It was Mammoth Patterson, one of our regular Biscuiteers. Hi, Matt. Mammoth and Paul. So this is a great song by the Proclaimers, and you know it's funny because I didn't say please request Tom Jones or please request the Proclaimers because we're doing the World Cup music. People had just requested them, so it's quite good that we've got these today. So this is a great song by the Proclaimers as well, one of their best.
That kind of tempo. Alright, so maybe a wee bit slower than that. Alright. We'll try to get the tempo of this. That'll do, won't it? Oh, it'll do. It's only a jam. It is the jamming doctor after all. Right, let's try this.
We've been going together too long to be vague when there's something to say. If it's not now, then it's never. So I'll say it right out, 'cause I'll have no doubt, no doubt. Let's get married, I love you, and I wanna stay with you. Let's get married, have kids, grow old and grey with you. Let's get married, hold hands, take walks in the park. Let's get married. Now we know other people who drifted apart, who broke each other's hearts, but we're other people, so we'll do things our way. Gonna be okay, gonna be more than okay. Let's get married, we're ready for tying the knot. Let's get married, set the seal on the feelings that we got. Let's get married, we can make each other happy or make each other blue. Let's get married, yeah, it's just a piece of paper, but it says I love you. For the good times, for the days when we can do no wrong, for the bad times, for the moments when we know we can't go wrong, for the family, for the lives of the children we have planned. Let's get married, come on darling, please take my hand. And I'll be the one who's by your side, and I'll be the one who's still taking pride. When we're old, if they ask me, how do you define success? I'll say, you find a woman, you fall in love, and ask her if she says yes. If she says yes, let's get married. I love you, and I wanna stay with you. Let's get married, have kids, grow old and grey with you. Let's get married, hold hands when we walk in the park. Let's get married, alright, you can have a dog just as long as it barks. For the good times, for the days when we can do no wrong, for the bad times, the moments when we know we can't go on, for the family, for the lives of the children that we planned. Let's get married, come on darling, please hold my hand. 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 Come on darling, hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. There you go. So, thanks for that, Mammoth Patterson, and there you go. So you've now heard back to back the two finalists. We will have, we'll dedicate a show to doing lots of songs by both the finalists, just so you've got plenty of time to make your mind up, making your mind up about who you would like to vote for the prestigious prize, ladies and gentlemen. Probably, I don't say this lightly, but probably the most prestigious prize in all of music. You know, I think it goes the World Cup of Music, and then it's like the Grammys, and then the Tonys, and then the Oscars. But the World Cup of Music is the one that they all want. So we'll maybe try and get in touch with like Charlie and Craig or Ringo and Paul, and just let them know, see if they'll maybe record a message of support or something like that. You know, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they for this show? Alright guys, so will we get back to your quiz, see what answers we've got here. Okie dokie, where were we? So just remind myself where we got up to here.
Now, this is an interesting answer by Cheryl Goldie, and I shall explain why. Cheryl, again, one of our regular biscuiteers. Hi, Cheryl. She's written, Anyone Can Fall in Love by Nick Berry for EastEnders. Now, there is a problem with this answer. Nick Berry didn't have a hit with Anyone Can Fall in Love. It was Anita Dobson who had the hit with Anyone Can Fall in Love, and it went, Anyone Can Fall in Love, to the theme of the EastEnders tune. So that's not a right answer. But we'll come back to that. We'll hold that thought, shall we? But no, that's not a right answer, Cheryl. And then Cheryl Lynn redeems herself with what is a right answer, of course, and this is what I was alluding to when I said there's some kids' TV shows in here as well. Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? Yes, he can. I love how that song came out, I think, I don't know, 2002 or something. And then it was only a few years later that Barack Obama used that as his campaign message. Yes, we can. And I'm pretty sure that it was because of Bob the Builder. I've heard him say that. I've heard him say in interviews that Bob the Builder was his biggest influence. So there you go. Should be Donald Trump because he's the one who wants to build a wall. Anyway, okay. Cheryl Goldie also says Midnight City, Made in Chelsea. No, and you should be ashamed of yourself for knowing the Made in Chelsea theme tune. Where You Lead, Carole King, says Natalie Masterton. Carole King, one of my favourite acts as well. Love Carole King, but again, Natalie, you should really be ashamed of yourself. The Gilmore Girls, indeed. No, Wherever They Lose Your Name by Cheers, I played it earlier, but no, it was not a hit single. The Love Boat theme, I don't even know what that is, but it's wrong. So well done, Natalie. That's 3 wrong answers in a row. You're excelling yourself. She said Love and Marriage. She's written Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. It was just a Frank Sinatra hit. It was from Married and Children, with Children, but again, it had been a hit long before they ever used it, and plus I don't think it ever charted highly enough. And then Natalie Masterton says, Chris says MASH. Chris is right. Well done, Chris. I'm sorry, Natalie, but you've had about 5 wrong answers, and Chris sweeps in with the right one. Apologies, but you know. Yeah, so Theme from MASH was a number 1 for the Manic Street Preachers, but even before that, it had been, I think, a number 1 at the time when it was when MASH was on TV. So that was a big hit, and that's correct. So Suicide is Painless. Theme from MASH, correct. Well done. What else have we got here? Barry McMillan, and this is a great answer from Barry. I have to give him credit where it's due here. The theme from The X-Files got released in the mid-90s, if I remember correctly. You do remember correctly, and it was indeed a big hit. I think it was a number 1. In fact, I'll just check my notes. So The X-Files was a number 2 hit in 1996 for Mark Snow, and MASH, for anyone who's interested, was a number 1 in 1980. Bob the Builder was 2000, a bit earlier than I thought, so there you go. So a brilliant answer. The X-Files theme tune, I would have forgotten all about that one. So Amanti Marion says Anyone Can Fall in Love, Anita Dobson. So she's got the right singer at least for this song, but no, that's not a right answer, unfortunately. And then she says Van der Valk, we mentioned earlier, so good answer, Auntie Marion, correct. I'll Be There For You, Friends, yep, we've got that as well, but someone beat you to it, I'm afraid. But yes, so 2 correct answers for Marion, well done. David Benzie, Whole Lot of Love, Top of the Pops, yes. So that's not a correct answer. It was a big hit. It was the theme tune for Top of the Pops. I think it might have been a hit before it was used for Top of the Pops, and even if it wasn't, I believe it or not, this is one of these weird things when you've got Bob the Builder getting to number 1, but I don't think Whole Lot of Love actually charted as highly, would have charted highly enough to make this list. It's weird, some songs that you just think of as being classics actually weren't that big hits, and then others that are terrible were number 1s. Anyway, but he's also redeemed himself. Now, I did say I would come back to this one, because he has said Nick Berry, but not for EastEnders, for Heartbeat. So Nick Berry got to number 2, I think in 95, 96, something like that, with Heartbeat. Brilliant answer from David Benzie. So it wasn't actually, it was Heather Leach, sorry, who said Anyone Can Fall in Love by Nick Berry. So you got the right act, but the wrong TV show and the wrong theme tune. So Nick Berry, number 1 with, number 2, sorry, with Heartbeat. And then my mum, straight in after it, Neil Simpson said Heartbeat, so well done, Helen. She said, oops, just noticed David's. A likely story, methinks. But no, well done, Helen. Well done, David Benzie. Cheryl Goldie, the OC theme chat, California. No. John Heaney says Jeans On by David Dundas. I don't know that one, but it's a wrong answer as well. So we're getting through them. We are getting there. But no, that's not correct. So I'm now going to do another song. We'll get back to your quiz answers. We've still got some games to play. Time's marching on. God, time flies when you're enjoying yourself, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to do this one for, who requested this? Lynn Allison Allen, as she's known on Facebook. This is a brilliant song as well. That another one, as I said, the requests this week have just been so good that as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh yeah, we'll definitely do that. So this is a Phil Collins number. It's not the Phil Collins number that I normally do with with all the guerrilla drumming and stuff. This is just a straightforward pop song by Phil Collins from, I think, about 1991 or something in that region. Alright, so let's try a bit of tambourine. That'll do, something like that. And we'll do it a wee bit faster. Who knows? It'll do, it's a jam, guys. That'll do us. So this is going to be a bit of a rockier version according to these drums, but I can't bother changing it, so there you go. That'll do us. Alright, here we go. Sorry, there we go. Right, we'll try again. My pedal was stuck. There we go. So a wee bit of Phil Collins there. That's a good one. Thanks for that. That was Lynn Allen. Thanks, Lynn. Great request there. Okay, dokie. So where are we? All right. So I'm going to do a wee announcement now, ladies and gents. So as you'll know, a few weeks ago I posted a wee schedule of everything that was going to be coming up on the show in the coming weeks, and unfortunately that has kind of all gone to pot for a variety of reasons. people's schedules change, of course, and it is always a provisional list, but also the fact that the lockdown restrictions have now changed. We're only allowed one person, one other household in here at a time, so that means we can't have Jim and Chris, so the band stuff is going to have to take a back seat for a while, so we've tried to move some stuff around, shuffle some stuff. So that's the bad news, but the good news out of all that is that next week we have got a fabulous guest. So any of you who watched our big charity show back in May will know that this young lady is absolutely amazing, and she's going to be singing for you live. It's going to be a live show next week as well, so even better. She's going to be singing for you live, taking your requests, having a wee chat, playing all our silly games. It's going to be a great show. It is going to be Jade Skeen, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be on the show next week. So that's Friday the 25th, excuse me, Friday the 25th of September. We're going to have Jade right here live in the biscuit tin, as I say, having a laugh, and of course hearing her amazing voice. She's absolutely brilliant. If you've not heard her before, check her out. I'm going to post the link to the video of her singing from the charity show on the Facebook page during the week, just to promote that. That's if I can get any Wi-Fi in Piperdam. I might not be able to, but I will try, because she is absolutely brilliant. For those of you who've heard her before, you know how good she is, so please do tune in live next Friday for that one, because that is going to be an absolute belter. Jade, something to look forward to. That's great, isn't it? Jade on the show next week. Okay. So I was going to do another quick request for who's this one for now? Madge Gillies. So this is another great song. Like I say, you guys have really excelled yourself this week. This is one that, of all the classics by this artist, this is probably my favourite, and it's one that thankfully isn't done quite so much to death as some of the others, because there is a particular song of this act that will remain nameless, that is done to absolute death, but this isn't one of them. So hang on. So this is by Neil Diamond, and those of you who are familiar with my work will know that I try not to do songs that are done to death too often. I do every now and then, because you kind of have to, but if there's songs that are done loads and loads, I try not to. So Sweet Caroline's a Neil Diamond one that's done loads and loads. Let me try and get this one out. But this one isn't done quite so much, and it's a brilliant song. This is called Forever in Blue Jeans for Madge Gillies. There we go.
much rather be forever in Blue Jeans Bay. There you go, a wee bit of Neil Diamond. Brilliant song. And as I say, not quite done quite so much as the other big Neil Diamond one that is like Voldemort. We shall not say his name. Anywho, watch this. Everyone going to request Sweet Caroline for next week now. Okay, so that was, where did we get up to? Yeah, that was a great request from Madge Gillies. So at this point, folks, as I say, it is Friday the 18th of September, so it's time for us to go back in pop music history as we play a little game I like to call On This Day.
On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. On this day.
Alright, so we have got some great stuff on this day. So much so, folks, that I thought we would do actually 3 songs from this list because there's just stuff on here and it's so diverse, it's so different, that I thought would be good fun. So, on this day, 1962, Joan Catherall was born. Now, most of you probably won't know who that is, but I guarantee you've all heard the song that she sang on because she was a singer with the Human League. And she sang, "Don't You Want Me, Baby?" She did the female part. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. I'm too good at that. This day, 1970, I'm going to say, before I say this person's name, I'm not going to do a song by this person for reasons that will become apparent, but he is a legend. And it was the death of Jimi Hendrix, ladies and gentlemen. And this day in 1970, still a bit of controversy surrounding his death, whether it was suicide or not, but Jimi Hendrix died in 1970 on this day. I was messing around with the piano trying to do a Jimi Hendrix song, but you really need guitar for Hendrix. You know, it needs to be. Didn't really work on the piano, so we'll do that another time when I can twist a guitarist arm to come and join us. We'll do a bit of Hendrix. 1976, another one that I'm not going to do for the same sort of reason. It really needs a guitar, but Wild Cherry got to number 1, one hit wonder with "Play That Funky Music, White Boy." I said funky, by the way, for anyone who watched my dad doing Uptown Funk. It was funk, not anything else. So Wild Cherry number 1. And this day in 1993, and I remember this so vividly, Meatloaf got to number 1 in the UK album charts with Bat Out of Hell Volume 2. And we do have a bit of fun with that we'll come back to in just a minute. And in this day in 2014, Taylor Swift was at number 1 in the US singles charts with "Shake It Off." So that's not the type of song that I normally do in here. It's a female vocal. It's far too modern for me. It's 6 years old. I mean, that's practically brand new, but we might try that one. But first, I'm going to try a song, this could be interesting, by the Human League. So this is one that's, as you will all know, very much a synthy kind of thing. So I'm going to try to do it just with piano. So this might or might not work, but we'll try it. It's quite fast, I think. Oh, it's not quite that fast. All right. So the Human League for Joan Catherall, who was born this day in 1962. Let's try this one, all right? This could be interesting. I tried to persuade Michelle to come and join me and sing the female part, but she wasn't having it. So anyway, you've just got me, I'm afraid. That's it, okay. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. I picked you up, I shook you around and back on your feet, turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. But don't forget, it's me who put you where you are now, and I can put you back down too. Don't you want me? I know you can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe it when you say that you don't need me. It's much too late to find. If you think you changed your mind, you better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me? Whoa, don't you want
back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Whoa. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Whoa. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Whoa. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Whoa. There we go. So that's the Human League as part of our On This Day. And then I'm just going to do, as I say now, this one could be interesting. Shake It Off. Because I've no idea what this is going to sound like. But we can only try, folks. That's what we do here. As I keep saying, it's the Jammin Doctor. It's not the extremely polished performance Doctor. So let's just see here. What kind of tempo are we talking? Oh, I've managed to put the metronome on, put that off. How did I do that? What have I done? Right, so let's just see. That's that. Okay. It's maybe a wee bit faster than that. That'll do something like that, Alright, so as I say, this is one of 3 on this day. We've still got the big one to come, the Meatloaf one, which is my favourite, and we'll chat about that in just a second. But for now, we're going to try Taylor Swift. This is a first for me, guys. That might shock you, but here we go. So hang on, it needs to probably be a wee bit faster than that, and we'll just get rid of the snare. That's better. There we go, that'll do, won't it? That's probably better. We're having a party, yeah! Too many dates, but I can't make them
Well, that was interesting, shall we say. So there you go. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. I try to do different stuff, guys. Don't, that's me. That's my excuse for that being dreadful. But hey ho, Taylor Swift, what do you expect? It's a good song, though. It's a good, fun song. So now this is the one that I have been waiting for, I have to say, right? And I'll explain why. Partly because I love this song so much. Partly because it takes me back to my childhood, as I mentioned. But also, a big part because I know what Meatloaf won't do for love. I actually do know the answer to this. So, bear with me a second here. Where I need to find what people thought. Now, before I tell you what Meatloaf won't do for love, I'm going to tell you some other things, alright? So, I'm going to tell you what you guys thought he wouldn't do for love. So, Robert McEwen wrote, what he won't do for love. Commit to not making volume 124 of Bat Out of Hell. Yes, this is probably true. I think to be fair, he's only up to 3 volumes, but he is milking every last ounce of that cash cow. Dave Broderick said, give you his last Rolo. Who would though? Who would give you the last Rolo? Certainly not me. Dougie Allen says, vote Conservative. Well, yeah, he won't do that. Shona Todd says, eat meatloaf. He actually hates it. Well, do you know, why wouldn't he? If his name's Meatloaf, you're not going to want to eat meatloaf. That would be crazy. Barry McMillan's is not suitable for human consumption, so I will let you look in the Facebook page if you want to see that one. Marion Simpson, clean the toilet. Alex Simpson, cut your toenails. John Haney says, ride a white swan, because T-Rex and Mark Bolan beat him to it. And my dad says, the one thing he won't do for love is go like a bat out of hell, because he's too fat and unfit. That is coming from Alex Simpson. Just to bear that in mind. My dad's got that, that body dysmorphia where he looks in the mirror and he doesn't see what other people see. I think he might have that. Anywho, so I'm going to tell you, right, this is my exclusive thing, because I've heard Meatloaf saying this in an interview, and I'm going to put you all at your misery, and this is genuinely, it's a bit like peeking behind the curtain of a magician. Once you know, it's not as much fun, but this is 100% true, so I'm just going to tell you what it is. What it is that he won't do for love, it actually is in the song. Whatever the line before he sings, that's what he won't do. So he sings something and then he says, I'll do anything love, but I won't do that. It makes more sense if you hear it, alright? So it's like this. It goes like, let me find something. So he goes, but I'll never forget the way you feel right now. Oh no, no way. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Do you see what I'm saying? So he's saying, I'll never forget the way you feel right now. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. And then later he sings, I'll never forgive myself if we don't go all the way tonight. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that. I'll never do it better than I do it with you so long. I'd do anything for love, but I won't do... See? Get it? Still people, I guarantee my dad's still sitting there going, so what'll he no do? What is it? What'll he no do? Like, I don't get it. So if somebody can kindly explain that to my dad. It's whatever comes the line before is what he won't do for love. Anywho, so I'm going to do this one. This is a tremendous song from this day in 1993. Here we go.
I've ever seen before or will again. And maybe I'm crazy, oh I'm crazy, but it's true. I know you can save me, no one else can save me now but you. As long as the planets are turning, as long as the fires are burning, as long as your dreams are coming true, you better believe it that I would do anything for love. Be there till the final act. And I would do anything for love. Take a vow and seal the pact. But I'll never forgive myself if we don't go all the way. Tonight I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. Some days I pray for silence, some days I pray for soul. Some days I just pray to the gods of sex and drugs and rock and roll. And some nights I lose the feeling, and some nights I lose control. Some nights I just lose it all when I watch you dance and the thunder rolls. Maybe I'm lonely, it's all I'm qualified to be. There's just one and only promise I can keep. As long as the wheels are turning, as long as the fires are burning, as long as your prayers are coming true, you better believe it that I would do anything for love. You know it's true and that's a fact. I would do anything for love. There'll never be no turning back. But I'll never do it better than I do it with you. It's so long, so long. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do
You
that.
raise me up, will you help me down? Will you get me right out of this God-forsaken town? You make it all a little less cold.
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do
Cater
that.
to every fantasy I got. Will you hold me down in holy water if I get too hot? Will you take me places I'll never know?
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I can do
I know the
that.
territory I've been around. It's all turned to dust and we'll all fall down. Sooner or later you'll be screwing around.
No, I won't do that. No, I won't do anything for love. And I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. Woo! Wow, that was brilliant. Oh, you weren't expecting that? You weren't expecting that?
Well, neither was I, just a few hours ago.
I just roped her into it, roped her in. Say hi, Michelle. What a bit important question that everyone at home's wondering. Where's your baby?
She is over there.
She's right
making
here.
a massive noise.
So this was funny because in case anybody thinks
I'll get her.
Michelle's
Will I
just
get
been sitting here for like, yeah, you know, grab her
Okay.
and let people see her. Michelle's just been sitting here for like an hour and a half in silence waiting on her turn. She's been with Robin, she's been doing other things. And then I just sent her a message like, come up now, do your bit. So she brought Robin in. You could maybe hear Robin coughing in the background. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen, our number one biscuiteer. Can you bring her over the other side? People can't quite see
Oh,
her,
sorry.
so it's alright.
Here?
And lift her up a bit, sorry, it's just the camera position.
She's wanting these tambourines. Hold
She's
on.
going to play tambourine for
Yay,
us.
you clever kiddo.
So I'll put your reverb off.
sorry.
No, can't.
Right, how about there? Oh, what's
Oh,
that?
that's perfect. Look at this big girl. I don't know if you can see if you move her arms for 1 wee second, Shell, if she'll let you.
All these rules.
I know. Number one biscuit
Biscuit
here.
here. She's the biggest biscuit here. Yay!
Yay! So thank you so much, darling. That was great. For anybody, but there will be. It's just dawned on me. There will be people watching this
We'll wonder who
who
I
don't
am.
know who you are.
Well,
So,
I'm just the one that lives here
yeah.
in the biscuit tin.
She's my lodger. I think. Is that right? No, she is. She is my living lodger. She's my cook, cleaner. What else do you do? Maid. All of the above. No,
Absolutely none of
none
the
of the
above.
above. This is my beautiful wife
None of
who
it.
claims that she's not a great singer, but yeah, I think everybody will now know that is there is evidence to the contrary. That was brilliant.
No, it's normally only done ever if I have a glass of wine.
So I kind of had to cajole
So-
Michelle to do this. So thank you so much for doing it.
Well, I'll stop shaking and
I know.
sweating.
No, that was brilliant. The comment section, I have no doubt, will be going crazy as we speak. So
This is a terrible light and it's a terrible side, so I am actually 3 stone lighter than the way I look.
no, listen, you look amazing. You sound amazing. Thank you so much.
Enjoy, guys.
I'm going to leave it up
That's
to you. Do you want to stay or do you want
us. No,
we have because we've not
Robin's gonna
packed?
poke my face off. Aye, and we haven't packed and we're leaving in an hour, so
All right.
I better go into that.
I'll let you go, but ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, please give a standing ovation
No,
to
don't.
Michelle and of course Robin, the star of
Yay,
the show.
Robin!
Yay!
Oh, she's actually going to scratch my face off. Right, bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, that was brilliant. Thank you so much for that, Shayna. Okay, so where are we now then? So that was on this day a wee bit. That was unexpected, wasn't it? I bet you're all sitting there going, "Wow, that was one of those goosebump moments." Sorry, the grabbing you. I'm going to mute that other mic because Robin's grabbing it currently. There you go. Sorry about that. You could probably hear Robin was just grabbing at the microphone in the background. That was awesome. I'm so pleased we did that. That was great. Okay. So we're going to go from the sublime to the ridiculous. Okay. Because at this point in the show, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce. We said Robin was number one biscuiteer, which of course she is, but there is no taking away, despite the fact that she's number one biscuiteer, there is no taking away from our top fan non-YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's look and see who is our top fan non-YouTube this week. Okay, so there really could be only one, and I'm going to tell you for why. Last week after the show, I got a nice message from Alan McMillan, two-time top fan on YouTube, and he blames his wife for this. So I'm going to blame her too because he's an honest guy. I think he would admit it. He had a little comment on the clothing that I was wearing on last week's show. That the combination of the clothing and the camera angle and things, they said that Heather pointed out that I was a dead ringer for someone, and this is the photograph that he showed you. For those who don't remember, I was wearing like a stripy top. It looks like this, and this is the comparison that I was sent back from Alan McMillan. I think that is grossly unfair on Pugsley, but it's not. You know, I can kind of see the resemblance there. I think it's a bit cruel from Heather, but I'm going to maintain that the photo on the left is probably a bit better than the one on the right, actually, for being perfectly honest. So thanks for that, Heather. Thanks, pal. So on that basis, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to make Heather my top fan on YouTube this week. But we have got our own back. This is Heather actually, I think, made this montage herself. So I'm not, doing anything that she isn't already aware of, because she also has a doppelganger, folks. And if you look here, you can see there. I think as we look, Heather is the one on the left of your screen, and then of course we've got Wagner on the right of your screen. But it is hard to tell which one's which. So congratulations, Heather McMillan. You are this week's top fan on YouTube. Well done, Heather. All right, so we're going to get on with the show. Will we do some more quiz answers? Let's just have a look here. Or will we do a song first? Yeah, why don't we do some more of your quiz answers? Because we've still got quite a lot of these to get. We were looking, if anyone's just joined us, it was the top charting TV themes. So who has said this? I've lost this answer, but someone, and quite correctly, with Teletubbies. Rather depressingly, the Teletubbies had a number 1. It was again another one that featured on our One Hit Wonders, so well done for that. John Heaney says Mr. Blobby. No, Mr. Blobby actually wasn't a TV theme. It was Party Noel's House Party, but it wasn't the theme tune for anything. Marion Simpson says Muppets, Flintstones, Teletubbies. Yes, Teletubbies is correct. Muppets and Flintstones. Nope. Well done. John Heaney, Bright Eyes, Watership Down. No, not there. John Heaney, Bob the Builder. Yep, we've had that one. Barry McMillan, then, this is a fair point. Happy Days used Rock Around the Clock. Before they did the theme that I played there, they did use Rock Around the Clock as their theme for a bit, before they came up with its own theme tune. But no, that doesn't count because it was a hit prior to that. Did the Mission Impossible? Yeah, it was a TV theme back in the day and it has charted, but no, it doesn't make our list. Marion Simpson again, Pink Panther, Scooby-Doo, Flintstones again, Spider-Man, no. So none of those there. So at this point, let's just have a rundown on what we've got. We have Teletubbies, Bob the Builder, Vandervolks, the Simon Park Orchestra, theme from MASH, Heartbeat, X-Files, Friends, and Dennis Waterman. So we were only waiting on, at this point, we were waiting on 2 answers, I think I'm right in saying, yeah. And these were the ones that I had to give out some extra clues. So I did then say... well, we'll hold on to that. Hold that thought now. See if we can get them, the last 2 in the comment section before I reveal what they are. But for now, we will do another request. So this one came in to me by private message because the person was requesting it for someone else and didn't want them to know about it. So this came in from Tracy McDonald. No, not her of Coronation Street. But it's a girl I went to school with, whose mum, who I think is called Louise, is it? Let me check. So I'm getting this right. Yes, Louise Copeland, Tracy's mum. It's Louise's birthday, so she'd asked for anything by Bon Jovi. So I did have a wee think about this because we've done some Bon Jovi in the show before, and I was trying to think of a new one to do. And again, as I said before, try not to do the ones that are too done to death. To give you something a wee bit different, and I was messing around with a few different ones, and this is a brilliant song. So this is a wee Bon Jovi number, and it will be a wee bit faster than that. This is called Someday I'll Be Saturday Night. That's a brilliant song. You might not recognise the title, you'll definitely know it when I start singing it. So a wee Bon Jovi number for Louise Copeland. Go with that.
Just can't hold a job, where do I belong? Been sleeping in my car with the steams moved on. Hey, my name is Billy, my love's body and soul. I'm only 16, but I'm 100 years old. My foster daddy went and took my innocence away. Street life ain't much better, at least I'm getting paid. Tuesday just might go my way. It can't be worse than yesterday. Thursday, Fridays ain't been kind, but somehow I'll survive. Hey, man, I'm alive and I'm taking each day and night at a time. Yeah, I'm down, but I know that I'll get back. Hey, hey.
Jovi for Louise Copeland. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Louise. As I say, one of the Bon Jovi ones not done quite so much as some of the others, so I really enjoyed doing that one. So thanks for that. Great request. Hope you're enjoying the show, guys. We've got still a bit of time left. So let's just see where we are now. So we've got the quiz. Still just a couple of answers to get, so I'm going to make you wait a little bit more. But do you know what we can do now? It's that time where we visit a little street that I like to call Love to Hate.
I love to hate you. I hate to love you. I love to hate you. I hate to love you.
Hate to love, love to hate. For those of you not familiar with this segment of the show, we ask people for their guilty pleasures, something they can't help but hate to love. And we ask them for something that they love to hate, something that everyone else seems to bang on about that they just don't get. And this week we have got, as mentioned earlier, the fabulous John Heaney. He is going to give us his, and there's little stories behind his rather than just being, oh, I don't like that one and I like this one. So he has got reasons for this. So I'll let him explain and then I shall elaborate. So ladies and gentlemen, now it's over to John Heaney.
Guilty pleasure, Tom Jones, Green Grassy Home. Friends in the 60s had cousins for Canada, two good looking 17 to 19 year olds. I was 17. A couple of us took them in Edinburgh, tried to impress them, and then suddenly one of them was going on about Tom Jones and Green Grassy Home. I thought, oh no, don't say anything, don't spoil your chances. And then of course my love to hate is I love the Trogs when that came out, and Marty Pello got it, really made a big hit, 16 weeks or something at the top, but looking in the reflection of the camera lens at his cell just made me cringe, as it did Xander, because he obviously remarked last week that he was smarmy.
There we go. So John Heaney, love to hate, hate to love. So he has decided that his hate to love is the green grass of home. So he told a little story there. He elaborated this a little bit more to me, basically saying that they had these two girls, a friend's cousins or something, over for Canada, and he was, well, this was long before Manty Cathy, but he was trying to get lucky. Let's be honest about this. And they were going on about Tom Jones, and of course he was a young guy at the time, Uncle John. Tom Jones, he wasn't, he didn't want to be seen as liking somebody like Tom Jones, but he didn't want to spoil his chances, so he had to go along with it. So, the moral of that story is always tell a girl what they want to hear. It doesn't matter what. So that's that one. And the song, he didn't actually mention the name of the song there, but for his love to hate rather, I'm sure that you've guessed though, it is Love Is All Around, saying that he remembers the Trogs version, which some of our more mature clientele will remember the original version of Love Is All Around. I actually think the new version, it's 25 years old now, but the Marty Pello Wet 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 version, it is really good. I think it's a good version of the song, but I totally agree. Marty Pello is cheese on toast, and I say that as someone who does a live music broadcast from what I call the biscuit tin, while I'm calling myself the Jammy Dodger. So I know the Jammin' Doctor even. So I know a little something about being cheesy. Let me tell you, cheesy biscuits. But Marty Pello is. I did this last week, but this is Marty Pello. It's like, salad, Sarah, Wilson, well, my hopes entirely. So I've managed to unplug myself in doing that. That really wasn't worth it. Hang on. So anyway, yeah. So Marty Pello is absolutely cheese on toast, but it is a good version of the song. So we'll let him away with it. But I'm going to do Green Grass at Home by Tom Jones. Tying in with our Tom Jones theme. It's only right that Tom gets a couple of songs on this week's show since he was so narrowly knocked out in penalties. So we'll give him that. I have done this in the show before, but here we go. This is a great song. Another wee sad one.
The old home looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and papa. Down the road I look, and there lies Mary, hair of gold lies. Yes, I was only dreaming. There's a God and there's a sad old padre, and arm in arm we'll walk to daybreak. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. There you go, wee bit of Tom Jones. And this one, yeah, this was at number 1. I think a lot of people would probably put this down as a love to hate, because it was at number 1 for so long that by the end of it we were all fed up with it. But it is a nice little song. This is the wait. Well, this is my version of it, but it's for John for the wait version. Here we go. My fingers, I feel it in my toes. The love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. You give your promise to me, and I give mine to you. I want you here beside me. Anything you do. If anyone's just joining right now, I'm taking the piss out of Marty Pello. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause all my love you can't repay. Before me as I lay on my bed, I kinda get to thinking about the things you said. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause all my love you can't repay. Oh, it's written in the wind, it's everywhere I go. Yeah. So if you really love me, love me, love me, come on, let it show. Come on, let it show. Come on and let it, come on and let it. Come on and let it, come on and let it. Come on, come on, come on and let it. Come on and let it. Come on and let it. Show. It suddenly dawned on me halfway through that song that there will be people just tuning in randomly, swiping past Facebook and going, that guy's a wanker. So I did feel I wanted to justify it slightly by saying it was taking the piss out of Marty Pello. Doesn't mean I'm not a wanker, but it just means that that particular instance was deliberate. Okie dokie. We shall go back to the quiz, because we've still got a couple of quiz answers to get, and what time we're on? Oh, time's marching on. So, where are we? So after I gave a couple of clues, the clues that I gave were that we had a TV theme for a kids show in the 90s, featuring some superheroes. And what was the other one now? Oh yeah, the other one, this is the only clue I gave, right, was that this is so down Alan McMillan's street that I'm surprised it's not his next door neighbour. This has got Alan McMillan's name all over it, and that's all I had to say.
Lynn Alison Allen said the 90s one, Go Go Power Rangers. Well done! Would you believe that was a number 2 hit single? Go Go Power Rangers in 93, 94, something like that. So well done, Lynn Allen. Great answer. But she's got a little story for this. She said they even met them at the Sick Kids in Edinburgh when Ross Allen was in. I'm assuming Ross Allen might be her son. His big sister Rachel Jennifer shut his thumb in a door and he had to get plastic surgery. But was it worth it to meet the Power Rangers? No. Okay, Barney Todd, don't know if it even charted, but Level 42's Heaven in Your Hands was the intro to Supergirl. Was it really? Don't know, but it's not there anyway. It's not the one we're looking for. So we have just got the one answer to get, and the clue I gave was it's right down Alan McMillan Street. So I'm going to hold on to that one just now. Barry McMillan says, you're not counting Turtle Power, are you? No, I'm not. Great song, but wasn't used in the TV series. No, it wasn't, so it doesn't count. And then he got the Alan McMillan one. So for anyone who knows Alan McMillan, please in the comment section, based only on me saying this is right down his street, see if you can guess what it is. Because I think that is probably enough of a clue to get that one, to be really honest. Okay. So we are going to do one more, a couple more songs, but I'll do one more before I reveal the final quiz answers. So I got a wee request for this from my mum. She, not for this particular song, but she just said something by Paul McCartney. So I was thinking of different Paul McCartney songs. This song is a beautiful song. It's one of my favourite Paul McCartney songs. Everyone here will know it. And it's got a very special meaning for us in the family because it was played at the funeral of a very special lady. So I'd like to dedicate this one to Moira. This is a beautiful song for a beautiful, beautiful lady who I don't really have time to... you could have all the time in the world and still not say enough nice things about her. She was just an absolute priceless gem. And this is a lovely wee song by Paul McCartney.
Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Far have I traveled, much have I seen, far distant mountains, valleys of green, flickering embers grow higher and higher as they carry me back to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer through the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew when. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the life and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer through the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew when. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the life and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh
Thank you so much. As I say, beautiful song for a beautiful lady, Moira. We love you, and you are missed every single day. So we song there for Moira, and for my mum as well, who requested it. So thank you to my mummy Helen for that, or Nell, as you'll see on Facebook. So we are getting very near the end of the night. I think we've just got 5 minutes or so to go. So I am going to finally put you out of your misery, ladies and gentlemen. What is the final quiz answer? I'll be really interested to see if anyone got it in the comments section, just from knowing that it is right up Alan McMillan Street. It is, of course, hang on, where's my piece of paper? Because I want to just read the Barry McMillan quote. Because he wrote straight away, as soon as I put this is down Alan McMillan Street, Barry McMillan, is the Alan McMillan one S Club 7? He always wanted to see Bradley swing. And Alan just replied, there ain't no party. So yes, it is. The theme tune for S Club 7 was a hit for, not surprisingly, S Club 7 back in 1999. It was Bring It All Back, Bring It All Back to Me. I'd totally forgotten that was the theme to their TV show, but it was. So that is your top 10, ladies and gentlemen, top 10 charting TV singles for this week's pop quiz. It's the Teletubbies, Bob the Builder, Vandelvock, MASH, Miami 7 for S Club 7, Heartbeat, Nick Berry, X-Files, Friends, The Rembrandts, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and Minder, Dennis Waterman singing I Could Be So Good For You. I really, really hope you've enjoyed yourselves this week. I think this has been a great show in terms of the songs, even if I do so myself. Not to say that I've done the songs brilliantly, but there have been some great songs, some great requests. And of course, stealing the show, my beautiful wife, Michelle. What a performance, just sweeping in the room, singing that, and then just going away again, you know, just like a mic drop moment for Michelle. So thanks so much. And the real star of the show was B. Robin, my number one biscuiteer. Don't forget, next week we're going to be live again, so we can interact with your comments live a little bit more. And more importantly than that, we're going to have the fantastic Jade Skeen. Definitely worth seeing. Don't miss out on that. Tune in Friday at 8, as always. As I say, the last few weeks, unfortunately, circumstances, Robin being on holiday, us going in hospital, Robin being in hospital, us going on holiday, has meant we haven't always been able to do it live, but the next couple of weeks will be live, so again, a bit more interaction. Thanks for sticking with it. It's always here, Friday 8pm. I can always trust my biscuiteers, so thank you so much, guys. And I am going to, let's just see now, will we do a request from Marion Simpson, Manty Marion. Requested this one. I think it was Manty Marion. If not, apologies. But anyway, I thought this would be a good one to finish tonight with, something a wee bit up tempo, a wee bit good fun. And again, I will see you all next Friday, guys. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and 9, played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Joey got married. Should've Once again, folks, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Xander Simpson. This is the Biscuit Tin, and you have been watching the Jammin Doctor live music podcast. I will see you all next Friday, 8 p.m. with Jade Skeen. Bye, everyone.
The doctor will see you now.